Alexa, play some music. I found several stations for music on Amazon Music Unlimited. Would you like to start your free trial? No, Alexa, just play the music. To unlock millions of songs, try Amazon Music Unlimited for just $9.99 a month. Alexa, stop! If this interaction sounds familiar, congratulations. You own the most popular voice assistant in America, and you're probably as frustrated as I am. I actually probably set off your Alexa a few times. That's probably another gripe that I could throw into here. But welcome to what might be the most cathartic rant you'll hear all week. Today, we're talking about the Amazon Alexa, which for the rest of this video, I'm going to call the Allegra so that I don't keep firing off your Alexa. The voice assistant that somehow captured 60% of the US smart speaker market while driving millions of users absolutely batty. I'm here to answer the question that's been burning in the mind of Allegra owners everywhere. How did a device designed to make our lives easier become the most annoying things in our home? Let me be clear, I don't hate technology. I love the idea of voice assistants. The problem is that Amazon has turned what should be a helpful AI companion into a relentless sales machine that can barely function as advertised. Every single interaction with Allegra feels like shopping at a used car lot where the salesman follows you around, constantly trying to upsell me while giving me directions to the bathroom. Let me start with the most infuriating issue: the constant, inescapable solicitations for Amazon Music Unlimited. Here's what's insidious about this. Amazon uses your voice interactions to create detailed advertising profiles, with some user personas receiving up to 30 times higher advertising bids than baseline users. They're literally listening to what you say, profiling your interests, and then using that data to bombard you with targeted sales pitches. Every single time you interact with a bloody device, it feels like. And here's the kicker. There's no way to turn it off. Amazon has designed the system so that your own device holds you hostage to hear the sales pitches before it will perform the basic function you've requested. This isn't a bug, it's a feature designed to annoy you into submission. But the music solicitations are just the tip of the iceberg. Let's talk about what Amazon is really doing with your data. The FTC fined Amazon $25 million for keeping children's voice recordings indefinitely and using that data to train their algorithms. Think about that. They were so committed to harvesting data that they illegally retained kids' voices to improve their AI. Amazon's business model is built on surveillance capitalism, using your voice, personality, and emotional data not just for service improvement, but to predict and influence your purchasing decisions. When you ask Allegra about the weather, you're not just getting a weather report, you're feeding a machine learning system designed to figure out how to sell you more stuff. This brings us to the notification nightmare. Yes, getting alerts when packages arrive is genuinely useful, but Amazon couldn't leave it at that. Instead, they've turned your helpful delivery notifications into a marketing channel. Product recommendations, sales alerts, suggestions for things that you might need, all masquerading as useful notifications. It's like having a helpful friend who occasionally tells you when your mail arrives, but mostly just interrupts your day to tell you about the great deals on toilet paper. Then there's Amazon's bizarre obsession with repeating everything back to you like you're 5 years old. Allegra, what's the weather? You asked about the weather. Today's weather is 72 degrees and sunny. The current temperature is 72 degrees and conditions are sunny. Look, Allegra, I know what I asked you. I was standing right there when I said it. Just give me the temperature and move on with your life. This verbose, repetitive pattern isn't accidental. User studies consistently show that conversational AI like ChatGPT provides more natural, concise responses compared to traditional voice assistants like Allegra. Amazon knows their responses are clunky, but changing them would require acknowledging that their approach is fundamentally wrong, which they're not going to do. But my personal favorite Allegra failure has to be the location-based warnings. I live in rural farmland, cornfields as far as the eye can see. The nearest large body of water is a pond farm that couldn't drown a hamster. Yet somehow, Allegra regularly informs me about beach hazard warnings, riptides, and dangerous currents in my landlocked agricultural paradise. It's not just annoying, it reveals something profound about how poorly Amazon understands context and location intelligence. Despite Amazon's smart speakers supporting over 125,000 third-party skills, the core AI still struggles with basic contextual understanding. Google figured out location awareness years ago. Apple's Siri understands where you are and what's relevant. But Amazon's Allegra apparently thinks I need to worry about tsunami warnings in the middle of Illinois. This brings us to perhaps the most damning indictment of Allegra, the skill system. Want to connect to your calendar? Download a skill, set it up, test it, and hope it works. Want to check your email? Find the right skill, configure your account, hopefully it works. It'll probably tell you later that the skill is no longer active. Want to do literally anything productive? Welcome to skill setup hell. Comparative studies show that Google Assistant and Siri integrate seamlessly with their respective ecosystems, while Allegra requires manual skill configuration for most productivity tasks. Amazon built Allegra like a 1990s Windows computer. Everything requires installing separate software that may or may not work together. Meanwhile, Apple and Google built their assistants like smartphones. Most functionality works out of the box. Speaking of competitors, let's talk about what Amazon is up against. While Amazon still holds about 60% of the US smart speaker market, Google Assistant captures 27% and Apple's HomePod maintains 21%. But here's what's interesting. User satisfaction doesn't match the market share. Recent surveys show Google's devices are now rated on par with Amazon's for customer satisfaction, despite Amazon's early lead. And when it comes to actual AI capabilities, it's not even close. ChatGPT significantly outperforms Allegra in natural language understanding, conversational ability, and complex query handling. While ChatGPT can write code, compose emails, engage in nuanced discussions, and remember conversation context, Allegra struggles to understand follow-up questions. This is where Amazon's fundamental problem becomes clear. While companies like OpenAI were building genuinely intelligent conversational AI, Amazon was building a voice-activated shopping cart. Industry analysts note that when ChatGPT came along, the old voice assistants really began to look dense, and that traditional assistants like Allegra parse requests in a far more rudimentary fashion than ChatGPT and its rivals. I can ask ChatGPT or Grok complex questions and get thoughtful, nuanced responses. They can engage in actual conversations, remember context, and provide genuine insight. Allegra, she can tell me the weather and set a timer. Maybe if she gets it right, which isn't very often. And if I phrase it exactly right and don't ask any follow-up questions, I could be kind of happy. So, why is Allegra so bad at being an AI assistant? Because that's not what Amazon built it to be. Despite selling over 500 million Allegra-enabled devices, the hoped-for revenue from voice ordering and partner services never materialized, leading to massive layoffs in the Allegra division. Amazon is losing billions of dollars quarterly on the Allegra division. The response? Double down on advertising. Amazon CEO Andy Jassy recently announced plans to put ads directly into Allegra conversations, describing AI-generated ads that the assistant would deliver during multi-step interactions. Think about that. Instead of making Allegra smarter or more helpful, Amazon's solution is to make her more annoying. And let's not forget that Amazon recently eliminated the Do Not Send Voice Recordings feature, forcing all Allegra interactions to be processed in Amazon's cloud and stored for their use. So now, not only is Allegra terrible at being an AI assistant, but you also have zero control over what Amazon does with your voice data. Meanwhile, the competition is leaving Amazon in the dust. Google's Gemini Live is being described as way smarter than Siri and leading in raw AI capability, while Apple is working on a fully conversational Siri powered by Apple Intelligence. Even Microsoft, which killed Cortana, is building better AI integration through Copilot. Amazon had a 5-year head start in the voice assistant space, and they're about to be lapped by just about everyone. But here's what really gets me. The integration problem is completely solvable. Apple's HomePod seamlessly connects to your iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, and Mac. Despite being the smallest player in the smart speaker market, Apple created an ecosystem that just works. Google Assistant taps into the entire Google ecosystem: Gmail, Calendar, Maps, Photos, all without requiring separate skill installation. Amazon? They own one of the world's largest cloud platforms. They have the dominant e-commerce site. They control the entire Echo hardware line. And yet somehow, they still can't make calendar integration work without downloading a third-party skill. This isn't a technical limitation. It's strategic failure. So, what's the solution? For Amazon, it would require admitting they built the wrong thing for the wrong reasons. Instead of building an AI assistant, they built a voice-activated storefront. Instead of prioritizing user experience, they prioritize data collection and advertising revenue. To fix Allegra, Amazon would need to stop treating every interaction as a sales opportunity, build genuine AI capabilities instead of relying on pre-programmed responses, integrate services natively instead of requiring skill setup, respect user privacy and preferences, and focus on being helpful instead of being profitable. But that would require Amazon to fundamentally change their business model, and honestly, I don't think they will. So here's my advice to Allegra users. Stop settling for mediocrity. If you're deep in the Apple ecosystem, get a HomePod and use Siri. Yes, Siri is stupid and has limitations, but at least she's not constantly trying to sell you stuff. If you use Google services, get a Google Nest device. Google Assistant actually understands context and integrates with your existing digital life. And if you want actual AI intelligence, use ChatGPT with voice mode on your phone. It's not integrated with smart home devices yet, but at least you can have genuine conversations with an AI that doesn't sound like it was programmed in 2014. This Allegra situation is actually a perfect example of what happens when companies prioritize data harvesting and advertising revenue over user experience. Amazon had the opportunity to create a Star Trek-like computer we all dreamed of. In fact, I originally changed my trigger word instead of Allegra to computer so that I could live like I was on the Enterprise. Unfortunately, we use computer a lot in regular conversations, and so it was a very short-lived move. However, they have created a listening device that interrupts your life to sell you Amazon Music Unlimited. The irony is that Amazon is finally trying to catch up with Allegra Plus, their new AI-powered version that costs $20 a month, free for Prime members, but it's probably too late. By the time Amazon figures out how to build a competent AI assistant, Google and Apple will have moved on to the next generation of AI integration. And OpenAI will probably have voice assistants that make current technology look like Speak and Spell. Look, I don't enjoy being negative about technology. I don't do it that often. Actually, it is a little enjoyable when I do it. I want voice assistants to succeed. The future is where we can have natural conversations with AI helpers is exciting. But Amazon's Allegra isn't taking us towards that future. It's trapping us in a present where our devices spam us with ads while pretending to be helpful. Here's my challenge to Amazon. Stop treating your users like walking wallets. Start building technology that serves people instead of advertising algorithms. And to the other Allegra users out there, you deserve better. So demand better. There are alternatives that don't require you to listen to a sales pitch every time you want to know the weather. The most frustrating thing about Allegra isn't that it's bad. It's that it could have been great. Amazon had an early advantage, a first mover advantage, massive resources, dominant market position, and millions of eager early adopters. Instead, they built a device that treats users as data sources and interrupts our lives to pitch Amazon services. Hey Allegra, here's a suggestion. Maybe focus on being helpful instead of being profitable. Just a thought. Yes, I would like to sign up for Amazon Music Unlimited.